What is up, everybody? Hope y'all having a great day. We have finally have football season. It is here. I am excited. Training camp day 4. We've got Tua playing lights out. We have David Long playing well. He's all over the place. We got a sighting from Noah is him Benogany. It is a great training camp so far. The defense is doing their thing. They're winning on defense right now. But the offense have made some good plays. We don't have our starting line, but at the end of the day, man, this is gonna be an exciting season for me. And for this next guest as well. He is one of my friends from the MIA, well, the East Coast rather. My man, Mr. Vinny D. What's going on, Vinny?
What's going on? Thanks for having me, Shake Money.
Oh, no problem, man. Thank you, man. How you doing?
I am good. So I'm not from Miami, from Broward.
Broward, yeah.
A little bit north.
East Coast.
East Coast. Sorry, my son, all my children, they found out we were doing a Dolphin show.
Uh-huh.
They're real excited. So
no, that's what's up, man.
They wanted to be on. They wanted to be on it.
You got the twins.
Yeah, all Dolphins fans keeping it real. Raising all.
And we're wearing Dolphin pajamas.
Raising all Dolphin fans.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
So, what do you think of this training camp so far?
I mean, outside of Ramsey getting hurt, it's been, we're seeing some new pieces step up. It's looking like that Long signing has been exactly what we needed to the linebacker group. Our defense, with Vic Fangio, I think is really going to be something special, especially once we get Ramsey back at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The pieces on offense, well, I'm not overly concerned. I think we have everything we need. Once we get everyone in sync on the same page, I think a lot of what we saw most of last year is what we'll continue to see.
What was that? Besides Ramsey, what was your favorite addition to this team?
I really liked the Long signing. Everywhere I saw on Twitter, as soon as we signed him, just said it was what we signed him for at that price was great.
Yeah.
Just the athleticism he brings to the linebacking group, I think we've needed it. And I think that I really like that signing. It was probably my favorite one. I'm excited for, Cam Smith, some of the other young guys. I've heard he's looked real good all camp also.
Nice. This is a nice Josh 2019.
All right, ready for the
toast to you,
Cheers,
my brother.
I got a little Jameson orange ready to go.
How was that like?
It's good. It's a little sweet, but it's good. It's good to drink straight.
Yeah. One thing I learned about wine is I'm studying through YouTube, a lot of YouTube. The one thing they taught me, I learned a good valuable tip was the 20-20 minute rule. So if you're drinking red wine, you put it in 20 minutes beforehand. And if you're drinking chilled wine, you take it out 20 minutes beforehand. So it gets to the right temperature.
That's what they say. I keep certain red wine in my wine chiller.
Yeah.
Just so that it's ready to go when I want it. All right, you guys have to Yep, go ahead. Sorry, I had to get rid of the kids.
That's all good. Buenos tardes. Good afternoon in Spanish.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, man. So
I'm distraction free now.
Hey, man. They're a blessing though, the children, man.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I'm raising them right, all Dolphins fans.
Hell yeah. So I remember you sending me a video footage of which one said Tua.
Yeah, that was my oldest son, Vincent. That was Tua's first start. We were all pumped up, and he could barely talk, but he could pronounce Tua Tagovailoa like it was all natural for him. So
So okay, now we know why your kids are Dolphin fans. Now, how did you become a Dolphin fan?
I was a Dolphins fan ever since I could remember. Is that my first photos I've seen as a child? I was wearing Dolphins gear. I was like one of the ones I grew up here. I've like I said from day one. Since I was since I ever could remember in my life, I was a Dolphins fan.
So it's in your DNA, like the picture says right here, right?
Yeah, that's my blood type right there.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And by the way, I just want to say real quickly to everybody.
Morning, Your Majesty. It is another beautiful day in Zamunda.
It's another beautiful day in Zamunda.
Yeah.
Man, training camp day 4. I mean, I've heard a lot of reports. I heard Noah Igbenogany doing well. I'm hearing Ahmed stepping up. I hear, the only ones
they're having Trill Williams in safety a little bit. Did you seen that?
Yeah, like a hybrid.
Yeah.
From what I was told, they're gonna be like the 5-5-2 or something like that type of deal.
I mean, 5-2 is going to be interesting for the Dolphins because we have such a good defensive line,
Mm-hmm.
and we can get kind of rotate those guys and just keep them ready to go. But your linebackers, when you're in a 5-2, they got to be real athletic. They got to be able to make a lot of plays. So,
yeah, that's your hence your David Longs is athletic. Your Jerome Baker. Your
I think Jerome Baker. Someone has been on the fence for a couple years now.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of been moved around a little bit as far as playing those different linebacker positions. But in the right system, Jerome Baker could really take that next step into his pro career and have a great season.
By the way, one of the things I'm hearing in camp is that David Long and Baker are working in tandem, as well as Van Ginkel and the other guy,
Duke Riley.
Duke Riley. They're working in tandem, and just like they said, whatchamacallit was working in tandem too. Phillips and Chubb.
Yeah, I mean those guys. Duke Riley, he's got athleticism. He's got speed. He's got things that we might be able to use.
He's also a good leader too.
Mm-hmm. So we got to see. I'm hoping that we can see something from Tyndall this year.
Yeah, he's making appearances as well.
I think we gotta see how everything kind of unfolds into preseason under Vic Fangio. Really seeing the guys that he thinks can work in his system.
Mm-hmm.
And just keep in mind that they might be some guys that are maybe not who we were expecting.
Early season prediction. What is it?
I'm optimistic always, every year.
Yeah. Every year is our year.
Every year's our year. Even the 1 in 15 year. So I don't like to make predictions. The Dolphins schedule is super hard this year.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have some games where we really thought we should have won, and they just slipped away. But I think we can win 11, 12 games. What do you think?
I got to peg that 12-5. That's my standard.
I mean, I think it's realistic. I think the team's it's definitely good enough to win that. I'm just worried that the schedule's tough.
Yeah,
There's no way to really sugarcoat that. It's a tough schedule.
But what position battle are you looking forward to seeing? If you had to pick a position battle,
I'm interested in the backup quarterback position. I do like the quarterback rule this year. We're going to keep all three like we did last year. And we're going to be able to, if we need to, play them in the game, which is going to be nice. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for the wide receiver battle behind Hill and Waddle. We got a lot of guys that can do different things. And I do think that we got playmakers in that position behind those two, but behind Hill and Waddle. And I am interested on how we're going to do that, how we're going to rotate guys, who's going to line up in wide receiver 3, where we're going to go, who's going to be kind of our Trent Sherfield of last year. Those positions, there's going to be a lot of one-on-one. There's going to be a lot of matchups that these guys should be able and will take advantage of and make some big plays.
So let me ask you this question. So if, let's say, whoever the backup cornerback is on fire, and Jalen Ramsey, he's playing like a number 2 cornerback. He is playing lights out, and
Mhm.
Jalen Ramsey comes back. Do you break the momentum, or do you keep
I
it?
don't think that's really. I don't really think that's something we have to consider. To be honest, I think Jalen
Yeah.
Ramsey's a player. He can play anywhere in the secondary. He can start
Mhm.
safety if we needed him to. To be
Yeah.
honest, so I think in our defense, there's never going to be a scenario where Jalen Ramsey's healthy and he's not making our defense better to be on the field. I think we might see a time where we maybe mix and match some guys playing some different roles in the secondary.
Yeah.
But Jalen Ramsey, if he's healthy, he's going to be out there, and he's going to be an upgrade to whoever was on the field before.
Cam Smith, they said, has that attitude of a number 1 cornerback.
I'm excited for Cam Smith. I was actually just talking about him in my group chat, and he's looking good all camp. That's what I'm hearing. I haven't been able to make it out to camp yet, but I plan on it. Everything I've heard, just like you said, is Cam Smith looking like I think they said he's a dog.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying. But yeah, I'm excited for Cam Smith. I was a little confused at the pick at the time just because it seemed like cornerback was a huge strength for us, but day 2 in camp it already kind of. You're saying, thank God we made that pick. So
yeah, exactly.
Things change quickly.
So you're part of the DCC, right? You do that cancer challenge. How was it like?
It's awesome. I recommend anyone that can do it. I just saw the registration open up this year, and I'm definitely going to be out there again this year. My mom is dealing with cancer, so even before that, it's just there's so many people out there have been affected by cancer, either directly or someone. So it's something that I consider really really important to me personally.
Yeah.
And you should come out and Shake.
Yeah.
We got.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on. I want to be on your team this year, man.
Yeah, let's do it. We need people out there. We raise a ton of money. Our team. We look forward to doing it again. So, love to have you out there. And
yeah, I've been getting myself into shape for this time. I know it's gonna be around February. When is it? February?
I think that's what it was last year. I wasn't really in great shape, but I finished it. I think I might have sprained my ankle in the process, but
you're right. You're riding bicycles, correct?
I did the 5K.
Okay.
So you can do a couple different. I don't know if I could do the bike. 5K was even if you're out of shape, you can find a way to finish 3 miles. Except they do it on like the F1 track. And it's hot. The sun's just beating off the pavement.
At least they don't do it now this time of year. Holy moly!
I remember. I don't remember what month it was. It was hot though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yep. But yeah, it was great. I recommend anyone that can. It's a great obviously for a great cause, and you feel good just about accomplishing something.
What do you recommend for anybody who that hasn't been doing it? You know what I'm saying? What do you recommend? Like, for instance, for first timers, what advice would you give first timers?
Just try it. Just sign up. I had a lot of questions. I was a little nervous to do it. I wasn't really sure what to expect. Just try it. Sign up. There's a lot of people that will support you in the process. I know there's a lot of Dolphin fans on Dolphin Twitter that are eager to help, eager to support other fans that are doing it. So just sign up, say be vocal about it in the community, in your spaces that you're at on social media or at work or whatever, and just kind of tell them what it's about. it's a cause that a lot of people, when you tell them what it is, that they'll support it.
So, did you grow up with your dad watching games, or any other family member?
So I did grow up watching games. I don't know how. My dad was a Bills fan.
Oh man.
Except now I became such a big Dolphins fan as a kid. I turned him. So he's a
Okay.
Dolphins fan now.
Okay, he's upgraded.
But yeah, when I was a kid, and my dad was a Dolphins fan. But I don't know how I became such a big Dolphins fan. It was just my local team, even as a.
They got the Madden cover now.
The Madden cover.
Yeah, you can add that
Bill
to the trophy
Twitter's super pumped about having that one trophy in there now.
case.
So,
How the
yeah,
kids
I
aren't
grew
there.
up, Brian Cox, there you go. And I turned my dad. Not only did I turn my dad, I turned my cousin. I was a kid. We traveled to New York. That's where my parents are from.
Mm-hmm.
And my cousin still gives me shit over it. He was a Giants fan. And then I came there and I was just talking about the Dolphins the whole time, all summer.
Mm-hmm.
And I got him into becoming a Dolphins fan when we were kids.
Oh, sweet.
And he's like, he curses me out still because he said if I didn't change him, he would have seen the Giants win 2 Super Bowls. So instead, he's been rooting for the Dolphins, and I keep it every year. I tell him, "This is the year that you're going to be glad I made you a Dolphins fan."
Yeah.
So I said that again to him this year, hoping that I'm right. So
yeah, for sure, man. Gotta get the. So, man, by the way, shout out to my man Adam Sadowski in the building. What's going on? He's a Marlins fan.
Fins up,
man.
Marlins made some moves.
Oh yeah, Bleezy 38. By the way, this guy, if you ever get a chance, check out his channel, Bleezy 38. He does Miami Dolphins content.
Yeah, man.
But what I really like about his other channel is he does like outdoor video. If you're into outdoor drilling and things like that, that's the channel. He was a great guest when I had him on. But I tell you, do not watch that guy's channel when you're hungry. That's the only warning I give you, bro. But what was your favorite game? All right, let me ask you this. Let's keep it in New York. Have you ever been to a MetLife Takeover game?
I have somewhat of a funny story. I was just walking outside the stadium with my Dolphins gear. My cousins all told me not to wear Dolphin stuff that they me or whatever. I'm like, yo, I'm going to the Dolphins game. I'm going to be wearing Dolphins gear. So I'm just walking. It was cold. I had like a jacket on, and someone just threw like a hot dog at me. I didn't see where it came from, but I was just like, yeah. I look around. I'm just like, it hit my jacket. So, but we won that game. That was the game where it was a while ago. It was when Ted Ginn returned 2 kickoffs for touchdowns.
Oh, so that was the Chad Henning game.
I don't think it was Chad Henne, was it?
Yeah, it was Chad Henning. It was a Monday night game.
Yeah, I was there. Monday night game.
Mm-hmm.
Ted Ginn returned. I think it might have been. I know he had 2. I don't know if he returned the opening one or not, but it was good to go to a game and see Jets fans unhappy majority of the time.
That's what's up, man. What made you a Gators fan, if I may ask?
My sister was a Gator, so I always wanted to be a Gator. I wasn't smart enough. Mm-hmm. It's a pretty difficult school to get into. But I did go to Santa Fe over there, the community college, for a couple of years. Yeah. So I did live in Gainesville for a little bit. I'm a Gators fan. I'm also a little bit, just because I live down here and I want to see them do good. I root for the Hurricanes for them to be relevant and back to some sort of glory.
If you ever see me rooting for the Canes, there's 2 things. Either I lost a bet and ask me. Listen, if you ever see me rooting for the Canes, say, hey, did you lose a bet? And if I say no, I need you to have me drug tested right away.
But Shake, so the deal is, I'm actually not really a huge college fan in general.
Put me. I need to be locked up.
But I do root for the Gators first.
Yeah.
and I never really in the past like the Hurricanes, but I live down here. I listen to the talk radio every day down here. All the callers are fans, all the radio hosts are fans. So, I kind of want to just be in that environment where everyone's kind of winning and happy and in good spirits. But I'm not a huge college fan in general. I'm all Dolphins, Heat.
Yeah, I feel you. On the Fins Tailgate, which is the other channel that I'm on,
Mm-hmm.
Saturdays I'm going to be calling the big games for Florida Gators.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, so I'm going to be there live, calling
awesome.
play-by-play. Yeah, man. I have a new mic.
Mm-hmm.
All right, in this color, it turns blue. So I'm going to turn this microphone blue, and then I'm going to pull these bad boys out. These are my Gator headphones.
There you go.
Keep with
How the Gators look in the chair? Shake.
I think they're doing good, man. I think they're kind of in the same boat as the Hurricanes.
Mm-hmm.
Next year's not draft class. Next year's recruiting class is top 5 or top 3. Especially
Do you think Anthony Richardson is going to be good at the pro level? I don't. I watched him play. He couldn't make a lot of easy throws.
Well,
he went in games where he could barely make a completion that I watched.
Yeah. Here's the thing with him, and one thing I'm more studying more in NFL and football and getting more into the nuances of the game. One thing I have noticed though, the thing about Anthony Richardson is he's physically able. Okay. The only thing that he has to do is work on it mentally. Now, that's on him. You know what I'm saying? How much time he puts in his craft, how much time he dedicates to development. That's you know what I'm saying? It's on him. But at the end of the day, when you're 19, 20 years old, coming out of college, and you're already making 7 figures, it's kind of hard to stay focused.
I know. I think a lot of these players, that's what all they've ever wanted to do is just be great at football, and they get given the opportunity.
Not all of them.
So I think that the money obviously changes their life. Don't get me wrong, but I do think they take pride in their craft. It's what they've been doing their entire life, and they're gonna do whatever it takes to succeed at it. Anthony Richardson has got all the tangible things that you would want from a quarterback. I seen him struggle too much throwing the ball. Easy throws in the NFL, you can't.
Well, he has too much velocity in it.
You can't
touch pass.
You can't not miss the easy ones because they're all pretty much hard.
Well,
you're not having these huge windows every play like you see in college.
Well, see, that's the thing. He has the velocity, so he has the rifle to throw it in there. It's just the touch passes. He needs to work on. So I think the one thing I remember, Dan Rizzi, my favorite special teams coach that I can remember, he says, I'd rather take a kicker with a strong leg and then a quarterback with accuracy and a weak leg, because at the end of the day, you could teach accuracy, but you can't teach arm strength. And that's pretty much Anthony C. Richardson. If you get a good coach that could teach him how to touch and when to throw hard and when to throw soft and make those touch passes, I think he's going to be fine.
We'll see. I mean, obviously the scouts loved him. They drafted him top 5.
But there's also a mental aspect too. See, I remember with the difference between Felipe Franks and Kyle Trask. Okay, Felipe Franks had a better arm. Felipe Franks was a better athlete. Felipe Franks was, physically gifted 10 times more than Kyle Trask. But what Kyle Trask had 2 things. He was a leader, and he had the mental aptitude. He also was
Kyle
great.
Pitts and Tony making plays all over the place. But I get what you're saying. You have to be able to get the ball to your playmakers, and he was able to.
Felipe Franks had those same guys and couldn't do shit with them. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yep.
Pre-snap,
knowing where to go with it, knowing what the defense is
It's the
going to
Tua
do.
conversation. That's what he's the best at. He's knowing where he's going. He's accurate. He's making the right reads. He's making the right throws.
Yeah. So let me ask you, any other game?
I lost you. But I have.
Sorry about that.
I have actually 2 games that I was at personally that were amazing moments as a Dolphins fan.
Okay, what's up?
The first one I was at, I think it was 2004. It was when the Dolphins were playing the Patriots at home. 2004. I think it was Monday or Sunday night.
Mm-hmm.
It was AJ Feely. AJ Feely was our quarterback. We were in the creamsicle jersey, and the Patriots were good. I think they had just won the Super Bowl. There was no way we were supposed to win that game, and we go in and we shocked everyone and we won. I was at that game.
It was
crazy.
the orange.
Orange jersey game. I was there, man. It was crazy, and I was sitting. The people right behind me were huge Patriots fans, talking so much shit all game.
Yeah.
So it was amazing.
Yeah. We were, by the way, it was the orange. It was the dark orange jerseys, and
yeah,
we
it
were undefeated.
It was not the creamsicles. Yeah, it was the orange jerseys. They were super ugly.
Yeah. They were talking about those jerseys. Oh man, I love those jerseys. We're undefeated in those
jerseys. I am on the make throwbacks permanent.
Team. We're undefeated in those jerseys. By the way, just so you know, Jim Bates was the interim coach.
He was. So my other game that I also was at,
that's one of my favorites. That was one of my favorite games. So
you know the game I'm talking about.
The night game.
It was a crazy game. Yeah, there was.
He threw an interception. Tom Brady.
Yep, Tom Brady was about to score. They were driving in our end zone.
I can't remember who the cornerback was, but he threw an interception at the end zone.
So.
And that's what pissed me off. I think they should have given James Bates. I like Jim Bates. They should have gave him the defensive coordinator, but then he won a Super Bowl with Green Bay.
I think that was when we ended
as a defensive coordinator.
I think that was right after that was when we hired Nick Saban.
No, I think we hired that's when we went 1-16, I think. But either way, yeah.
Either way, it was not a good hire. Whoever that next hire was. So the other game I was at, which actually is probably the craziest game I've ever been to, was the Greg Camarillo catch.
The Baltimore game?
The Baltimore game. I was at that game, and that game was crazy because we would have went 0-15, 0-16. We didn't win another game. But when we scored that touchdown, it was the whole place. It wasn't that many people there because we were really bad. But everyone that was there just exploded. It was crazy. It was probably the coolest game I've been to.
Mm-hmm.
But those are, as a fan, like the games I've been to that have been the most fun and most entertaining.
Yeah. But you know what I remember about that season, now that you kind of jogged my memory, was the fact that season when we went to 16,
mm-hmm.
every week I told myself, I ain't watching this shitty team anymore. Now the kids are gone. I'm not watching this shitty team. And sure enough, the next week, there I am watching the game again.
I always watch. I watch it even if we're bad. It's just like I have to watch always. I watch every game regardless of 1-15.
Man.
Always just been a diehard my whole life. I have to watch.
Yeah. So. You know, it's funny is if I had $1 for every time I unfollowed the team on social media, and then 3 days later just following them back, I'm like, all right, okay, I'll follow you. They're like I feel like Stockholm syndrome. Mm-hmm. I'm in love with my abusers.
I am looking forward. I am trying to go to more games.
Yeah.
I am looking for better core memories as a Dolphins fan, hopefully with deep playoff runs and mm-hmm. Super Bowls in the future. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. I think that at the end of the day, look, the reason I did this show was to remind Dolphin fans why we became Dolphin fans in the first place. You know what I mean? It isn't. We had so many good memories. Whether I've had a fan, a guest. His name is Chef Jew. By the way, this summer, if anybody's doing cookout, summer function, doing a party, and cooking is hard for you, my man Chef Jew's Catering. That's his name. He's a big fan. He got married at a Dolphin game. He got married there. I know fans that proposed. I know fans that another guy, Stephen D, he does a morning show. He found out he was going to be a dad at a game. It was a Tennessee Titan. I guess it was against the Ravens. They lost that game, but at the end of the day, he's always going to remember finding out that he was a dad at that game. So I mean,
That's awesome.
There's so many memories and so many friendships that we build along the way. You know what I'm saying?
I found out when my wife told me she was pregnant for the first time and I was going to be a dad.
Mm-hmm.
She gave me a Dolphins onesie and said, it makes me emotional thinking about it like that. It said like newest fan within a Dolphins onesie.
Yeah.
And that's her right there. On our way to her first Dolphins game.
Okay.
She's also from New York, so another converted New York fan that
That's
I
what's
turned
up.
into a Dolphins fan.
That reminds me of the guy who Larry K. This is his channel, Fury Fam, which I'm a proud member of.
All right.
He's from New Jersey actually, and he became a Dolphin fan doing a Larry Zonka book report, and then he went to Boca, and then he turned his ex-girlfriend into a Dolphin fan. He turned his dad into a Dolphin. He's kind of like you. He's like the COVID of Dolphin fans.
Yeah, it's spreading. I make it spread on you.
Yeah, yes. I mean, and of course he lives in Jersey now, so he's been to a few takeovers.
Yeah.
And
are you going this year, Shake?
What's that?
Are you going to the takeover? I know you thought about it.
No, Thanksgiving. Can't do it Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Unfortunately, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's tough.
I mean, I was hoping I wanted to go to the Cowboys game. Not gonna make it to that one because it's Christmas Eve. So
yeah.
But I mean, and not to mention, I can't remember. Maybe one. I think I only won one game when I go to games anyway. So I think I'm bad luck.
I grew up down here, so I've been to quite a few games.
So what was that game that you took her to?
It was the Giants. It was in maybe 2015. They were here that year. I can't remember if we won or not. But we had a bunch of my family come down for the game. Was
Eli the quarterback?
Yeah.
Then we lost. He's undefeated against us. He's undefeated against us.
Oh yeah, well then there you go.
Yeah. That's crazy. Him, Tony Romo. There's a few quarterbacks, except Tom Brady. Tom Brady.
Who was the quarterback when we beat them on Thanksgiving when we were throwbacks?
Thanksgiving?
That was a long time ago because Chris Sherwood was our quarterback. I remember. I mean, Tony.
Was it Romo?
It wasn't Romo. Yeah, it was probably. I don't know.
Do you remember that? Speaking of which, do you remember that Thanksgiving game and Leon Lett? The Leon Lett touch?
I do. I actually just watched it on YouTube, the whole game over again, and it's crazy.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I watched two games. I watched the Super Bowl, the 72 Super Bowl on YouTube, and I watched the Bears versus the Bears Dolphins, the 85 game.
Yeah. I watched it. I started watching that one because you can watch them stream the whole games on YouTube.
Yeah, O.J. Simpson was O.J. Simpson, Joe Namath, and Frank Gifford were the announcers. I remember the Orange Bowl. It was at the Orange Bowl, and man,
that was the year that
the fans were lit.
Yeah, we broke up the perfect season.
Yeah, man. I had a buddy of mine. His name is Crypto, and he's from Chicago, and he said He was afraid to talk trash because his mom might punish him because his mom was a Bears fan. But hey, she saw her team win a Super Bowl, which I'm yet to do that yet.
We got it coming up. Patience.
Hell yeah,
This
patience.
year.
This year? Hell yeah.
I say every year is our year.
Hell
So
yeah.
it's not, but this year it is.
That's right. Every year is our year. Yeah, man. But unfortunately, I think that's the difference between a Dolphin game and a Gator game. For instance, when a Dolphin game from start to finish, even if they're getting blown out, I watch it from beginning to end. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Gator game. Once I lose confidence, I stop watching it. Like, oh, fuck it, I don't care. If I could watch the Gators game, I'll watch it. But with the Dolphins, I move heaven and earth to try to watch the game. Even if I got to listen to it on the broadcast, I'll listen to the broadcast. Cause I'll never forget. This was after Hurricane Ian. Okay, I was sitting in my driveway at night. This is Thursday, so after this is after the storm hit, and I was in my driveway with the radios. No, we had no power for like a week. So, and I was tuning in. I couldn't get the station clear, and then I could hear like little rumblings, whatever. And then finally, I got it to play, and I swear on everything. 2 plays later, oh my God, Tua is out. I'm like, oh God. When I got the game to where I could listen to it, I said, okay, I'm turning this shit off. Because not to mention, for some reason, the frequency was cutting in and out, so I couldn't get a good signal. Maybe because of the towers.
What game was it? What game was it that you were watching?
It was a Cincinnati game.
Man, that one was rough.
Yeah, it was a Cincinnati
I didn't want to watch the rest of that game.
Yeah, because like I said, it was the day after Hurricane Ian, and like I said, and again, I could imagine a lot of since it being that it hit Fort Myers, I can imagine their towers must have been took a big hit, so that's why I couldn't get the signal.
The Bengals game was rough, Shake. You didn't miss much.
No,
seeing Tua out like that too was really hard to see, and then you didn't really know what his kind of situation was, like what the outcome was going to be. Luckily, he was able to come back last season, and this year it's looking good. And jiu-jitsu, you saw this on his press availability today. He talked about how he used his jiu-jitsu training today, where he was falling back. He kind of did like a somersault where in the past it would have been something where he might hit his head. So I'm excited, man. I think that Tua's gonna have a huge year. He's got all the weapons. See what happens at the running back position if we make a move, but if we don't, we got players. I like our running back room, to be honest. Even last year we ran well, we just didn't commit to it.
Yeah, and I see that. You seen the sleeve?
Yeah,
he has. And I tell you what, man, you should see how you ever seen how a Samoan gets a tattoo?
No, I've seen it in Moana, the cartoon movie. I don't know how.
So, they do. They get like this little. It's like a little long stick with a sharp edge.
Yeah,
and they put it and they hammer it.
So just so you know, that is how they depict it on Moana, the movie.
Yeah. So, they still do it like that to this day. They still do it to this day, man. I can imagine what kind of pain you're going to when you got a needle sticking in you every 30 seconds. Tick, 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 tick.
It can't feel good.
No, but I'm hoping. I said 12-5 is my record this year. I'm sticking at 12-5.
I think that's doable. I think Vic Fangio is a huge addition. I think we got the pieces everywhere on this roster. I think up and down on our roster, where it's a top 3 roster in the NFL.
Yeah.
If we stay healthy, if the Dolphins stay healthy, there's gonna be games where we should have won. We thought we could have won. It's just the way it's gonna happen with the schedule we have.
Yeah.
But I think that's a realistic record prediction. I think we are one of the better teams in the league. I think we take that leap this year. We win games we're supposed to win. We win majority of the close games. We'd be right in that spot for the AFC East. I do think the Jets are overrated this year. Bills are good. Obviously they're good. I think it's Dolphins and Bills still. And then Jets will be kind of third place in the East. But Bills are good. I think it's up between us and them right now for the East.
Yeah. And by the way, also tailgates. I might not. There's gonna be a couple of instances where maybe 2 or 3 times. I'm not gonna do it too often.
Yeah.
Where I'm just gonna go to the tailgate. My buddy, like I said, I grew up down the street from the stadium. I just go to my buddy's house, watch the game there, and then go home. So
I'm gonna try to go. I tried to go to at least one game a year. Last year I couldn't do it. The twins that were just still a little too young. But I'm gonna try to go this year. They're
expensive as hell. I can tell you that, man.
I might try to bring the kids to a preseason game because they don't really know the difference yet, and they're like, you can get tickets super cheap for preseason.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna want to go to a real game. Maybe take the kids to a preseason game and maybe go with some buddies to like a game. I'll meet up with you if you do the tailgate. I promise.
Yeah. I remember, speaking of preseason, it was a Saturday night game. A friend of mine, we this is when I was working at Barry University. We went to the Saturday. It was against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I got some Dolphin beads from it. We won that preseason game. I was so excited, and then we went 1-15.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, the preseason games don't matter if you win or lose. You want to see certain guys play good, get comfortable. That's where kind of jobs are won. You want to see the position battles more so than the end result. I don't care. Sure. Honestly, I don't care if we win preseason games. You want to stay healthy. You don't want to see anyone get hurt.
Yeah.
And then B, you just want to see the guys that are fighting for those spots, the battles. Just see that's where you really want to see, like, hey, this is the guy we can't lose, and this is the guy that's going to get that job. That's what you want. That's what I look for in the preseason. I don't care if we win. Honestly, like preseason, just stay healthy, don't get hurt. Find out what we're gonna do to get ready for week 1. That's how I view preseason. Win if you want. I mean, it's better than losing, sure. But don't get hurt. Find some answers. Figure out where, and just be ready for week 1.
Cool. So, all right, you ready for the numbers game? I'm not gonna do it so many.
I am gonna say I'm not that good with jerseys, so if I draw some blanks, don't.
No. Trust me. There's a lot of people that do well. There's a lot of people that do bad. So.
All right, so I'm ready.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right. 89.
89.
By the way, there's a theme to these the first 4 numbers. There's a theme to it. So
89. I can't think of an 89. We haven't had anyone good with 89 recently.
Nat Moore was an 89.
Okay.
52.
Well, say it again.
52.
Channing Crowder, bro.
All right.
That's my guy. I watched the not watch. I listened to the radio show. He's also a Gator.
Yeah.
So
he had probably one of the best episodes on the Fish Tank.
He's funny, man. Crowder's funny.
Oh yeah, trust me. One thing I like about him is how he sticks up for Tua.
Yeah, I mean he's a ex-player. He's a fan, but he's a realist too. But Tua's good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the haters that just can't stop talking about Tua. Other than that, man, Tua's proven he's a capable, solid quarterback. He's proved the only thing he can prove now is just that he can withstand a season in the NFL and stay healthy.
But there was an episode where he called Tua a paper mache quarterback. To Channing Crowder. He was Orlando Guest had him on.
Yeah.
So, all right, 25.
25. I'm gonna go I can't think of. I know we've had some DBs. I'll go Howard.
Yeah, Xavier Howard. There you go.
I was thinking running back, but I couldn't really think of one that I liked.
And 51.
51. Who was 51? I can't think of it. 51.
You got Brian Cox, Mike
Brian,
Pouncey.
that's an easy one.
Yeah.
Pouncey's a lineman though. You don't associate those with the 50s.
Yeah. And all right, and last one, 84.
84, Chris Chambers all day.
For sure. Yeah.
I voted. Funny story about Chris Chambers. The year that he made the Pro Bowl, I voted like probably 500 times online for him. I maxed out the amount you could vote for him every single day for like 2 weeks straight. Probably altogether, he was one of my favorite players at the time.
Yeah.
He was awesome. He's just super athletic. He made some like those crazy acrobatic catches. And
IMAX, my favorite Canes fan.
Sorry, I'm embarrassed. I missed on the Cox, man, on the Brian Cox.
So
that's on me.
You know what the first four players have in common?
No.
They're all former Gators. I told you Nat Moore, Channing Crowder, Mike Pouncey, and Lewis Oliver and Mike Pouncey.
I didn't pick some of those guys though.
You know who else was a former Gator that people don't know that's a former Gator?
No. He went to Michigan, I thought.
Yeah, no, he got his undergrad from Florida.
He got his master's or something in.
Because what happened was he wasn't rich at the time, so he went to Florida because I'm doing on the other channel, I'm gonna be doing a biography on him. And the one thing I do know about him, he grew up in Michigan, and his parents had to move to Florida. He lived with his grandfather, and for a while, he worked at Fontainebleau. He lived in Miami for a while.
So did he go to high school down here?
Yeah, he went to high school down here.
You know what high school he went to by chance?
No, not chance, but I know it was somewhere in South Florida. He worked at the Fontainebleau, and if you don't know what the Fontainebleau is, that was at the.
I know where Fontainebleau is.
Yeah. So he worked there for a little bit, and then he went to Florida, and then eventually he transferred to Michigan.
I didn't know he was a Floridian in the past.
Yeah, he moved to Florida. He lived with his grandparents because I think his parents went broke or something like that. So they had to move out of necessity. So
wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. And then
I just Googled it. So he went to Miami Beach Senior High.
Was that Ross?
Yeah, and then he went to the University of Florida, like you said, and then Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I didn't know that.
See, now you know. Like I said, I'm doing I'm doing a little biography on him.
I think I did know that he lived down here. Now that you said it, and it jogged my memory that I think I knew he went to high school down here.
So here we go. I'm gonna do a little Dolphin before we. This is a preview for next season.
Okay.
Next season, I'm gonna do Dolphins trivia. I'll do 3 Dolphin trivia questions, and you try to answer them. Okay. All right. Who was the running back the last time we won a playoff game?
Lamar Smith.
Lamar Smith? Thurman. No, wasn't it Thurman Thomas?
Last time we won a playoff game?
Yeah.
It was Lamar Smith.
Lamar Smith?
And he ran for like 200 yards or something. He had a crazy game.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Do you remember the pattern for the Miami Miracle?
The play? Like who it went to?
Yeah.
It went from Tannehill to Devontae Parker?
Yep. Who else?
Then to... Did he go right to Drake from there? Or he went to someone else?
What's going on, Shake? I mean, what's going on, IMAX? Huh?
So Tannehill, Devontae Parker, right to Drake. No,
No, one
went to
more.
someone else first. Did he go to?
No, I think no. It was Stills, Devontae Parker, then Drake.
I got the 4 guys that were involved. Then I got it right,
Yeah.
maybe not the right order, but
Yeah.
that was that game I was not at, but it would have been crazy to be at. That was one of the games I wish I was at.
And last but not least, what was who was the head coach when Ricky Williams was acquired?
Dave Wannstedt.
Okay. Pretty easy.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you threw a couple easy ones in there.
All right. Who has, you might not know this one. Who is leading the Dolphins? The leading Dolphins interceptions at 35
All time.
interception leader. The Dolphins I'm telling you, it's at 35. You can't look. You don't Google.
I'm not Googling it. Nah. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the active player named Xavier Howard.
Nope.
No. Who is it?
He was the. I'll give you a hint. He was the MVP of the undefeated Super Bowl.
The MVP of the undefeated Super Bowl.
And he's wearing a number that's retired.
I don't know.
Jake Scott.
Okay. Yeah.
Safety number. He wore number 13. The only 13. The only 13 would the
I'm not that good with the older trivia.
He's like fourth in line right now.
Everyone says he was, an amazing
He's
player.
fourth in line right now, though. He's like fourth or fifth.
Howard?
Yeah.
Howard just gets he hasn't have the longevity of some of those guys. He has a lot of interceptions every year.
So what's your ultimate team? What's your formation on offense? What formation are you running?
I'll go single back, so just 3 receivers and 1 running back.
Okay. So you want Thigpen, right?
What's up?
Thigpen? Tyler Thigpen?
At quarterback? No, I'll go Dan Marino.
Tannehill?
You can't go Marino?
No. Tannehill, right?
Marino.
Okay.
I like Tannehill, but
yeah, me too. But
that's
go ahead.
a different story. So I'll go Marino. I'll go Ricky Williams.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go Randy McMichael, just because I'm not saying he's the best, but he was.
Yeah, Randy McMichael's tight end.
Growing up.
Is that your tight end?
Yeah. Then I'll go. I'm not gonna go the best. I'm gonna go the guys I liked the most growing up.
That's what I'm gonna. You know what? You're building the team the way I'm building it.
So for slot, and again, I'm not saying he's the best.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll go Wes Welker because he was the best. I was gonna go.
And the coach right now.
I was gonna go Devon Best because I
Uh-huh.
liked him so much growing up, but
he was a good route runner too.
I liked Wes Welker, so I'll go that.
He had a good story. You remember his
What?
story? They had to go to he went to jail, then he went to Hawaii.
Oh yeah, no, I heard he was not doing super good after NFL. So now I just need the outside receivers. I'll go Mark Duper.
Mm-hmm.
And another funny story about Mark Duper, I went to school with his son. I went to kindergarten. Mark Duper's son, who's also his name was Mark Duper, was in my class. So I'll go Mark Duper, and then I'll go Jalen Waddle.
Waddle. Yeah, that's a good mix.
Yep. I love Waddle. He's got a good dance. The kids like it. He's fun. So.
And the good thing about Waddle is after, Tyreek Hill's contract expires, then we got to pay him. So, you know what I mean?
No, Waddle's great, man. Seems like a really good team player. He's always smiling, and he's an absolute stud. So I'll take him on my team any day.
What about your O-line?
O-line, let's see. I'll go Pouncey.
Pouncey center, right?
Yeah. I'll go. I'm not that good with the line.
If you want, I'll give you the unicorn line.
You can give me what's the unicorn line?
2016, the Brandon Albert, Laramie Tunsil, Mike Pouncey.
I would take Tunsil. Brandon Albert, I feel like we got him, and he was a lot of hype, and he only maybe played one good year.
Yeah. I mean, that was a good line.
Yeah.
That was
Considering
the best line.
how bad we've been, how bad our line's been ever since.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll give you the unicorn line.
You got to get Richmond Webb in there somehow.
Okay, so I'll switch out instead of Juwan James. I'll put.
You got to get
Richmond
Stevenson in there somehow.
So
I'll put in some legends for me, man. Let's get our guy. Let's get Marino some protection.
All right. So on the left side, on the right side, I'll put Webb, and then Dwight Stevenson as right guard.
There you go. We can't lose. We're undefeated.
Well, actually, I'll move Pouncey to guard, and then
no, you got to keep Pouncey at center, man.
That's no, because Dwight Stevenson was
all right.
Marino's best center.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
It. So yeah,
that's what's up.
We got guys now.
Yeah, remember Pouncey was a guard in college.
Yeah, with his brother.
Yeah, and so all right. What formation defense you're running?
I'll do 4-3.
4-3. All right. What is it? What you got? What line?
I'll get Jason Taylor.
JT.
I'll get who do I want in the middle? John blanks on some of our tackles.
Yeah.
Let's see. What about our other end? Who do I want there? Sorry, I'm drawing it out.
That's all good.
I know I want Taylor in the Zach Thomas in the middle. I'll get Patrick Surtain at corner.
Yeah, Patrick Surtain.
And I'll get Sam Madison. I'll do the early 2000 corners. Surtain and Madison.
That's what's up.
I will take some recency bias. I'll take let's see who I want here. Who do you got at outside linebackers?
We got Joey Porter. We got
I want Holland at safety.
Holland at safety.
I'm a big fan of Javon Holland. He's going to be all pro level this year. I'll take
Louis Oliver.
I was going to say Louis Oliver. I have a really cool. So my whole room growing up was all Dolphins.
Yeah.
Memorabilia. I have one of my favorite posters. I was Louis Oliver in a pilot outfit signed behind a jet, so it was cool. So I'll take Louis Oliver for sure. So who else? Where else do I need? What am I missing?
So you need another defensive end.
Okay.
Another 2 defensive tackles and 2 outside linebackers.
So can I get Brian Cox outside linebacker? He's inside.
Yeah,
right?
you could do outside if you want. You could put him on the strong side.
And then I'll take I'll do Offerdahl.
Offerdahl?
Like his bagels. He's got a bagel shop down here.
Yeah.
Actually right by one of our accounts. So I think I got my linebackers, and then who was the guy who lined up opposite Jason Taylor? Can't think of his name.
Wally
Gourlier. Armstrong. I want
Armstrong.
And I think that's
and then you do 2 D tackles. You got I know Tim Bowens has to be one.
Bowens. That's what I was drawing. Bowens, and then I'll go Name me a couple more.
We got Daryl Gardner. We got Christian Wilkins, Zach Seiler. We got
I like that. Actually, I'm gonna go Christian Wilkins.
Wilkins. All right, it's a good mix.
My guy.
All right, so let's recap here. So quarterback Marino and Ricky Williams with Randy McMichael, Wes Welker as the slot with Mark Duper and Waddle on the outsides. We got the unicorn offensive line with Webb and Wright Stevenson on the right side. Then we got Jason Taylor and Armstrong. Then Wilkins and Bowens. We got Brian Cox, Zach Thomas, and John Arfordall. And the duo of Sam Madison and Patrick Surtain with Holland and Lewis Oliver.
I love it. It's undefeated right there.
Yeah.
Not losing a game.
You guys got a good run stopping, man. But any final words before we head out of here, man? I appreciate you coming through.
I'm really excited for the season. I know we talk about it all the time. I really do think we're gonna put everything together. We got great coaching this year. I think the growth we're gonna see. This is the first time since I think Tua was in high school where he's had year 2 in an offensive system where they didn't change the offensive coordinator. So he's finally getting that, to perfect Mike McDaniel's offense, and I think he's really going to have a great year. Obviously, injuries could happen to anyone, but I think he's going to be healthy as much as you can think someone's going to be healthy. So I'm excited. It's going to be a great year, and it's a great time to be a Dolphins fan.
Yes, it is. I ain't going to lie. Yeah, it is, man. So, anyway, this Thursday is going to be the season finale. I'm going to be in the blender. My man Larry K, he's going to be doing the interview.
All right.
Later on tonight, I might be doing another episode with Color, but we'll see. That's going to be a bonus episode. So, with that being said, man, like my man on the West Coast Dolphins says, peace, love, and fins up, baby.
Fins up.
Have a good night, baby.
Good night.